Today, I kind of found myself looking at stupid social media trends and trying to contribute. It didn't really work, which was, I suppose, what we would expect. But anyway, what did we realize? Um, is that people don't really think about things critically, it seems like sometimes. And I really want to teach how to think critically. An example that I haven't posted this video yet, but I was going to record a video about some financial things I've been ruminating over lately. And how do you determine what to do? Well, there's a concept that you can apply to more than just numbers and math. You can apply it to anything, really, if you are creative enough. And that is the concept of expected value. That is, what is the most likely probabilistic outcome of a certain action being taken, given a certain chance of success and a certain value, should it be successful in this or many other ways. Can be very difficult to really go over the nuance, but sometimes social media will in its knowledge create stupid prompts to get people to think about them. And one of the ones that I remember is, if you had to flip a coin to get $1 billion or a guaranteed chance to get 5 million, what would you do? And well, the expected value, just to explain it clearly, the expected value of the coin flip for $1 billion is $500,000. Half the time you'll get zero, or sometimes the equation's like you'll die, which makes it even like maybe a little bit more interesting. Like some people are like, oh yeah, I'm absolutely flipping that coin because either I'm going to die or I'm going to live a great life. Okay. See, but this is what I mean. People don't think about it critically. I think that is very stupid, genuinely. Just completely stupid, because the other choice is so good. And we're going to talk about it too. But so the expected value, though, is $500 million, right? Okay, so that's option one. What's option two? Guaranteed $5 million. If you're a regular person, I submit that you should just pick the $5 million, because the consequence for losing, like $5 million is life-changing money. It's life-changing money no matter how you look at it. If you take $5 million and you want to leverage it into $500 million, so much easier to do that. You would have such an easier time if flipping that. If you failed that coin toss in the billion, you get zero, and your task is before the end of your life that God gives you is to make $500 million. You're going to have an easier time if you just start with 5 million. Now, I get it. You could flip the coin and die, and like, well, half the time I'll fucking make God happy or yourself happy. Don't flip the coin. Don't take stupid gambles. I'm against gambling. That's really what it comes down to. So many people are hoping and praying that something good is going to happen in their life financially, in a relationship way, in a career. The life does not really work this way. You can think of a few exceptions. I know there's always a few exceptions. Everybody doesn't think logically. They use anecdotes. Oh, what about this dumbass fucker guy? Sorry, I really should not be talking that way in these videos. But my point is that people don't take a general principle and try and apply it to their lives, or trying to apply it to things to say that this is why this isn't true. No, that's not how generalities work. This is purely, sometimes you need to be analytical about the situation. You're never going to have a situation so wonderful to choose from, by the way. Never going to work out. No one's ever going to fucking offer you, unless you're on Mr. Beast games, which I haven't watched, but I heard they're great. Fuck if I care. But anyway, the point is even if you watched, no matter what it is that you do in your life, it's never going to be so grand. The outcome's so good versus so bad. But I will tell you, you do need to do something. Really, what you're going to do is you're going to be flipping coins where you don't know that the outcomes are. But you have to have some sort of intellectual guess about what is the expected outcome. I am about to try and mend a relationship with a family member. Should I approach them with humility and ask forgiveness and try and come to it with some sort of humility so that we can both maybe do that, and then we can be two humans who finally connect because we're imperfect and we can grow into a beautiful new relationship? Or am I going to I know them better than almost anybody, and I'm going to pick on them the one way that I know that they hate being picked on. And, or at least should understand, but maybe I'm not empathetic. Point is people are complicated. Really, you're never going to be working it with such a clean sheet of information like these stupid prompts. But I still think that so many people get the prompt wrong. Like so many people are flipping the coin in this particular example. And I understand, again, if the consequence is death, then don't do it. If you're already got 5 million in the bank, then maybe you should flip the coin. My point is that you have to understand your position in life first. I'm telling you, if that coin was in front of me, I'm taking the 5 mil because I can use 5 million forever. Genuinely, I could use it forever. And I could build amazing things, I'm sure, with that much money. I'm just too lazy. But with 5 mil, you don't have to build. You're just set. And that's what I think that some people just don't understand is how much $5 million still is in the modern day. Anyway, use your brain. It is the thing that is going to make your life what it is. I don't know why I keep talking about Bo Burnham because I fucking just think he's fascinating, and he puts these things into perspectives that's different, and allows you to take it home with you. When you leave his show, he made a joke about how he wants you to feel at the end of it. How do I want you to feel at the end of these videos? Meh. That's a pretty good idea. Same exact idea. I want you to be like, huh, what the fuck? Was that even? But no, Bo Burnham has the same concept of an idea that I'm going to kind of go about now. You need to move through life with your left and right brain helping you along. You are at the center. You are the soul of the project. Your left brain is going to try and get you on the right track and make it possible. The right brain is going to make you move towards the things that will make you happy once you're doing them. And if you really let those two things navigate correctly, find the passion and figure it out how to do it empirically, do it practically, make it sustainable, you can have an amazing life. And I don't even think it's that much. It's not as hard as we probably think that it is, but you have to really ask a lot of questions. You have to ruminate on yourself and your choices and your decisions and your passions and your capabilities, and also your aptitudes. Because sometimes you don't have a capability yet. You cannot do it today. Let's just take a simple example. Let's say that I'm a person who wants to get fitter, and one of my metrics that I want to hit early is to bench 225 pounds. There's some statistic that it's super hard to do it. I think I can do it, but I don't fucking know it for sure. I'm sure that I probably can do it actually, but the point is most people can't do it. So if I was to set a goal for it, how would I do it? Progressive overload. That's the only the only logical way that my brain understands how to get strong enough to lift 225 pounds. You got to progressively overload. I could go in the gym and just try and hit it. Maybe I can. If I do, set a new goal. That's important too. But if I can't, I know the method of progressive overload, and I will train my body to get there again. If that makes any sense whatsoever. I was pretty strong back in my day. But anyway, we're going to move on because you can still apply this to anything that you want. If you want a certain career path because you like that, let's just say that you work in the food industry world and you really like serving and you love the culture. I've seen so many people recently on TikTok saying they left corporate America to work at a restaurant and they're so much happier from not having a team that reports to them, off the clock work, after hours calls, meetings, there's a lot of BS that can come with a corporate job. And some people hate it. Their soul is incompatible with this busy work. And I do just feel like this work sucks, honestly. It's just I don't even want to talk about it. But you got to find what nourishes your soul. And because if you're going to work so much time per day, you got to try and find the thing that can be your passion while you're there. For me, it was kind of optimization. I really wanted to optimize, whatever little projects I was involved with. I really want them to be optimal in some sort of stupid and small way. Again, if you worked with me, you're probably like, that doesn't seem correct. I don't know. But the point is, I was trying in my ways. I was very heavily optimizing for out of work outcomes using work to get there. But, if I was smart enough, I really just should just start a business. You know what I mean? There's more ways that you can live your life. And I always chose safe and conservative ways. I'm telling you that there's other options. And the earlier you discover that, and the earlier that you start trying to discover that, the faster you're going to get to an outcome that you really like and want to actually stay in for an extended period of time because you're happy. And I want you to be able to experience that happiness. And I think that's all for now. So see ya. Talk to you soon.